Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. Dax.
And I'm Johnny Five.
I'm Murray the Bellhop.
And that was a fun start. Usually he goes like this and like waves his arms around, but there's this little like finger thing, and I'm like, is that the start? I don't know. So why are you Johnny Five tonight?
Because it is 5-0-50. Happy 5-0-50.
It's good.
And you turned 32, and 3 plus 2 is
You're
5.
not supposed to say a lady's age.
And you turned something that if you add it together becomes 5. They don't know who I'm talking about. So, and it was on the cake. So technically the cake was less of a gentleman than I am.
Oh, so it was your fault. 23? Yeah, it could have been 23.
Yeah. You're younger than I am, sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
Also, a bonus 5 reason, you now have 5 animals in your house.
I do?
Yeah. Because you had the 2 dogs, you got another dog, you got the cat.
What's number 5?
Well, Blue Bear, but he thinks he's people. So don't say it too
Why
much.
isn't Blue Bear on the show? I don't know.
2 fish? The fish
Oh,
don't
that's...
count. 5 fuzzy animals. 5 animals you can cuddle with.
Mammals?
Don't cuddle with a fish.
Cuttlefish?
That wouldn't fly so well.
Scary.
So
If you're going to try to put an image of the cuttlefish in my mind.
yeah, so they announced this morning that Humphreys is opening in Grizzly Peak Airfield on May 15th, which will be exciting. And I assume you're going to go see it, right, Murray?
I will at some point. I don't know if I will that day.
Well, that's an interesting, because are you going to the other thing that's happening on May 15th?
That's not official.
It's not official?
What are you talking about?
I don't know whether or not he's going. I don't know if it's official. But
He's going somewhere.
There's 2 competing things. So May 15th, Humphreys is opening at Disneyland at California Adventures. So
Yeah.
there's that. And then Iron Reef at Knott's is opening.
Oh, yeah, we're
We
going to
have
that,
to go
aren't
the 13th though for that.
we? I forgot about that thing.
But I mean, it's almost like the same thing is opening at both parks. So I don't know which one's going to win out in attendance.
Yeah.
So this is
Humphreys.
basically a store. It'll be cute, but I'm looking forward to the area more than I am the actual store because I'm not a huge merchandise guy. But go ahead.
I think it's going to be based on the bear. I'm really glad about that.
I can almost guarantee it's based on
The blog said it would be based on the bear.
So in fact, it says it right there that the location is named for Humphrey the Bear, a
Yay.
scruffy, snack-loving bear who appeared in several Disney animated shorts in the 1950s.
I read the actual Parks blog one. I don't know
That's
if
from
it's
the Parks blog.
Okay.
We quoted that.
I'm sorry.
Are there any bears that aren't snack loving? Could you name a fictional bear that, when presented with a sandwich, goes, "I'm on a diet"?
Care Bears?
Oh, that was fast.
Did they eat at all? Were they just ethereal, like they lived off
They
of the
ate
air?
Skittles.
Really?
I don't know.
What? Somebody tweet us what the Care Bears ate.
Love and
So as we're getting into the show, you can
happiness
tweet at us, use the hashtag Geeks Corner. And Mikey Really Likey said, there's been so much to geek out about this week that I'm super excited for tonight's Geeks Corner show. Let's do this. Tell us what you're most excited to geek out about this week, and you might change the show on the fly. That's
And,
always fun.
Chances are we won't talk about it because it has spoilers involved, and we can't talk about everything that we want to talk about because some people don't know about it. I want to talk about Age of Ultron a lot
Well,
more
we
than
are.
we're able to.
We can talk about Age of Ultron. Yeah.
Critically.
They're also releasing a Disneyland CD set for the Legacy Collection. It's going to be awesome. What do you think about it? You actually do a lot of our music stuff, so I just want to know your initial thoughts.
I will love it. I've been getting some of the Legacy CD stuff already. So that they're going to do a Disneyland one is really exciting because all the other ones, it's like the complete soundtrack of the movies. So, and more, like stuff that was never released. So
looking at the list, was there anything that really jumped out at you that you were looking forward to listening to? Not really. Okay.
I'm usually a big fan of all theme park music.
I believe it said Fantasmic was going to be in there. Like it was Fantasmic, Electrical Parade, and something else on its own disc, basically.
Yeah, the second disc. 12 songs from DCA, Main Street Electric Parade, and Fantasmic.
Yeah. Now, when I first read that, I have a CD similar to that came in like a 2 or 3 CD package that they released maybe 10 years ago for the 50th, maybe.
Not the really big one.
No. It was like
the middle.
One of those regular CD cases,
like
but it opened up and it had layers to it.
I am curious.
There was a yellow one and a red
I'm
one.
going to assume there's going to be something new that we're not completely aware of at this point on this, just because that seems to be the way that Legacy collections work. So I'm curious. It does say that there's going to be some recordings from opening day.
Okay.
of Disneyland, and I'm wondering if there'll be something we haven't heard yet there, which I think that'd be fun. That'd be worth it right there.
Never
but-
before heard audio.
And I feel like the Legacy Collection has a really good track record so far.
Mhm.
So
I would want.
I don't think this one's going to disappoint.
I would want the recording of the Morse code signal at the train station. That's the Morse code of the opening
In
day
New
speech, and
Orleans
just play it
Square.
on a loop very quietly in the background.
Mhm.
The graded one or the original?
Like a very clean high def recording of Morse code, because it's important to hear Morse code in good quality.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
shenanigans.
I don't know what's
happening.
going on back there,
Yeah.
but I hear
Do we
whispering.
need to separate?
Can
the
you hear
two?
the whispering on the Mr. Producer? Oh, you hear chewing. Even better.
Mm.
Can you hear it at home? Can you hear the chewing? It'll be fantastic.
Tweet.
Let us
Yes,
know what
hashtag
you
Geeks
would
Corner,
love to
hashtag
see
chewing.
on the Legacy or here on the Legacy Collection of Disneyland. I kind of hope that they don't have one of the songs from Mater's Junkyard Jamboree because they get stuck in my mind for like weeks. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
but they're fun.
something, that song. It goes forever, and Anyway, that's just what I think. Should we move on to what you really want to talk about?
Yes,
Andy?
we should.
I was
We
kind of
can't
like
talk
trying
about
to
it.
I can't
stall.
say all the things.
What do you want to talk about?
It was good. I liked it.
What was good? Nobody knows what you're talking
So,
about.
Avengers: Age of Ultron
Mhm.
came out. So we went to opening night on Thursday, and then
Yes,
I
we
went
did.
again on Sunday, and it was a lot of fun. I liked it. And
That's all we can say.
Spoiling stuff.
So
All right, well, you can go a little bit further.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Winner talks first. Well, okay, cool. You go. So
Spock. Should I have used Spock?
Spock dies.
No, so Age of Ultron was really cool. I've personally been getting a lot of build up to it because I've been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And whenever there's a movie released during. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. I deleted that for a reason. You
I'm
found it
told
again.
they totally hear shenanigans in the audience.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah.
Anyway.
So Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I almost was more curious to see how the world would change this time.
Yeah. What
Rather
are
than-
they going to do to shake things up?
Yeah, so I almost wasn't as excited to see an Avengers movie as I was to see what's going to mess up my show.
And I sort of feel like this didn't shake things up as much as I was expecting it to, one, and that Civil War is going to be the thing that shakes things up.
I think there's different levels. I think that in terms of the world of the superheroes and S.H.I.E.L.D. and all of that, there wasn't a major change in terms of how that all operates. In terms of how this movie affected the world and the civilian population, I think it changed quite a lot. And it brought a lot of things into, like we were talking earlier, I think it changed a lot of perceptions. It changed some opinions. And we were talking, the world cost of this is greater than the first Avengers, if that makes sense.
Well, the first one hit New York.
Yeah. And
Oh,
then
so this one had
This
a
one was-
bigger
Impact.
potential
Yeah.
impact for the world. Yeah, ramifications.
Except
is a
for
good word.
Australia, we figured out.
Except for Australia. Nothing happens in
Yeah.
Australia in Marvel movies ever.
Yet.
Yeah.
they
Australia is
filming?
completely
Oh,
untouched.
that's Pirates. Never mind. I was like, aren't they filming something in
Is
Australia?
Pirate? It's all owned by the same company. It could feasibly be connected. Jack Sparrow could be an Avenger.
Turns out Pirate. Yeah.
He's undead. So
Turns out Will Turner is the great grandfather of Tony Stark.
there you go.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I just made it up.
What did
It's
you
okay.
think?
Go ahead, Mike. What do you think?
I liked it. I will say I didn't like it more than the first one. I liked it equal to
Equally?
the first one.
Okay.
So
Why?
a lot of action. They expanded characters that they haven't before,
Mhm.
and that's good. So it wasn't focused on the same Captain America, Iron Man,
There was more depth
Thor.
with characters.
Yeah. Everybody else was expanded. New characters were great. I think they're great additions, and so that really helped.
Mhm.
It was. I'm a huge comics nerd. This was comics come to life even more. So
What everybody think about the digital effects?
There was only a couple
And let
of
us know what you
times-
think at home.
There were only a few times where I really noticed it.
Mhm.
Like everyone knows there's a bunch of robots in there. There was one particular robot that just looked super digital to me, and it was the one that
Ultron?
That
no,
one.
it was
The big one that was
specifically-
trying to.
No, it wasn't even Ultron because that I think they took a little more time on that. It was the one that just randomly flew out of the building while the rest of them were fighting. You know what I'm talking about?
Sure.
That one, both times looked really digital to me. Go back and watch it again, and when you see what I mean,
On DVR.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, you can get it on your iPhone right now. Like anybody watching right now could pay $20
Well-
and see Age of Ultron
Really?
right now. Yes,
It's on iTunes already?
yes.
What?
I saw it on my. I looked on my phone, and there's a
No, I
buy
think it's
button under
pre-order.
No, it's not. It's pre-order.
Pre-order.
I'm gonna check. but I'm
They're
pretty
speeding
sure.
things up, but it's not that fast. I would have gotten a
Okay,
press
just
release
so
or
nobody
something.
goes and buys it and tries to watch it now, pre-order. You can buy it. You will get it at a.
You might get arrested for
Later
stealing
date.
it from China. I mean, why is Johnny Five not on
Okay.
Geeks Corner
Yeah.
anymore?
Oh well.
So what do you
can
guys
watch
think
it on
of,
YouTube with
of
people
the
who filmed it
soundtrack?
illegally? I don't pay
Soundtrack.
attention to the soundtrack.
Did you listen to the soundtrack, Murray?
I
I
will say,
did.
What did you think of it?
A couple of the stuff was good, but they kept reusing the main theme, which is good. But I was hoping
I actually
that they'd
didn't like it.
do something
like-
new.
I thought it was kind of a nod towards the original Avengers
But
soundtrack.
too much of a nod.
Too much of a nod, and
Yeah.
they didn't really develop their own theme.
Yeah.
So to me, a good soundtrack is one that you walk out of the theater and you can hum the theme, or it's stuck in your head as you're
Yeah.
going home, and it kind of drives you crazy, but it's also in a good way. And I walked out of the theater and there was no music in my head. And that's, I love the movie, and I had lines in my head, which was good, and moments in my head. So that was good for the movie too. But the soundtrack I felt was kind of a disappointment. And it was interesting because they had two people working on it. And I almost wonder if there wasn't really that clear direction maybe of pulling it together, because there were two
Yeah.
very talented musicians.
so you're saying it would have been better if the soundtrack was done by One Direction?
Have you been sitting there thinking that the whole time?
I've
Like,
been
what
building
can I
it
do?
slowly.
Yeah.
Okay, there we
Um,
go. If I could use the music conversation as a metaphor,
fire away.
I
The conversation itself.
the conversation itself. So I'm going to say stuff about music right now. So if you haven't seen the movie, I'm not saying anything about. plot
We
lines.
did have a threat that if we spoil, what does it say? If you spoiler, I will hunt you down.
If you spoiler,
Who said that?
Something MSMAUT.
I don't know them. That's a scary threat then, so I'll be careful. If it was someone I knew and I knew that they lived on the other side of the country, I'd be a little more.
No, I think from down the street.
Oh dang.
okay. So
Okay.
They're actually right outside.
I saw someone right outside, and I was wondering who that was. So, hello,
Anyway, soundtrack.
on Twitter. I am really looking forward to hearing a new soundtrack, or I'm interested to hear new musical themes in the next couple movies.
Yeah.
I will say that.
I think that's safe.
Yeah.
Well played.
Metaphor.
Good job.
No, Meta 5.
What did you guys think of James Spader?
I was thrown off by how much personality was coming out of a robot. that
Yeah.
quickly.
It was
like
impressive.
not even Jarvis has that much personality, and I was kind of shocked by that. And I'm sure, I think there's something about how
There's
he
some
was
reasons.
created that
Yeah.
brought something else into it. But
I don't think Jarvis is supposed to have a personality.
no. I was thrown off by some of the silly moments more so than the intentional. Like I'm intentionally going to make this joke, but just where. There were a couple of comedic moments that, when you overanalyze it, didn't make much sense for how it came to be.
Mhm.
So
Okay, I'll give you that. If you guys have any thoughts on that, let us know. There was
I did-
also go ahead.
one of my that was me. One of my friends
I
pointed
don't know
out
who
an
shot.
interesting moment where a character played by, and now I'm blanking on the name. The guy.
The guy
The guy.
who
Andy
did the one
Serkis?
thing. And
The,
then,
yes. See.
I
It
knew
was-
this is where you
It
were
was
going.
physically.
Yes.
It was physically Andy Serkis having a conversation. Having a conversation with Ultron, and it's like, that's the guy who's famous for motion capture, talking to something that is basically just motion capture.
yeah.
Just from a technical standpoint, it was an awesome meta moment.
Maybe he was still motion capture.
He was a motion capture consultant, was in the credits, which I do watch.
Huh.
He was credited with being a consultant for that, and I don't know if he actually did any capture? Because I know Mark Ruffalo does his own motion capture for the Hulk, and I think I think Robert Downey Jr. does a lot of the motion capture for Iron Man. Some maybe not the fight sequence. I don't know. This is stuff that
I'm not bailing you out. Go ahead.
Motion capture. I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
So rating 1 to 5. What do you think of the movie?
The 4.
Yeah, okay, we'll give it 4.
Yeah.
Let's move on to what I think is
My
gonna-
rating is everyone's rating.
one more thing before you go. If you want to know all of the connections for the movie and the
Easter eggs.
Easter eggs, I guess is a good word. Murray did a great article on DAPs. You can find it on the homepage, and it really goes into some of the backstory, in-depth stuff that are spoilers. If you haven't seen the movie, don't go read it.
But if you have seen the movie and you want to talk spoilers in a good forum, I started doing my spoiler thoughts as in a comment.
Yeah,
in that
talk
blog.
about them
So
in the comments.
That's a great place to have those conversations.
Yeah, fantastic.
Away from your friends who will be mad at you.
Cool. So yesterday was Star Wars Day, and we've had tons of Star Wars stuff going on. Revenge of the Fifth is today. Go
There's
ahead.
an ongoing debate on whether it is proper to be Revenge of the Fifth or Revenge of the Sixth.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah,
And this has been yearly. So I just want six.
I say
because-
6.
Why can't we have both?
Yeah,
Well,
but then
you
there's
can't have too
you're giving
much.
it 2
You can't have
days.
too much. Yeah.
I'm
So then-
pretty sure the dark side of the Force would argue that there's never too much.
Well,
And
yeah.
why are you then arguing
Mm.
for the dark side of the Force?
You tell me, Mr. Sith.
I think the Jedi would argue for balance in the Force. So there should be
The
equal.
Fourth
time
is
to both.
clearly stronger and better.
I'm just saying. Who's the Sith now, fans of the show? So tweet us if you think it should be Revenge of the Fifth.
You
or
know
Revenge
that's
of the
gonna
Sixth.
blow up in your face.
Yeah, I know. I'll jump on the
What's that?
That's Revenge of the Sith.
Sith. So sixth is Sith, but just with an X, which makes it
They
more
both
evil.
make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. But fifth rhymes a little better. I don't know.
And then it's why aren't we
Yeah.
celebrating at the end of May when the movies were released originally?
Or on George Lucas's birthday. I had this conversation in comments
That
on
one-
other friends.
That
Facebook.
one could be interesting.
But we don't even celebrate the president's birthdays on the days of the
Anyway, to
president.
kick off this segment,
Yeah.
we
So for
thought it
Abraham
would be fun to
Lincoln.
play the trailer as seen by Murray the Bellhop at Star Wars Celebration, just because it's a fun moment and you can see geeks geek out. So if you'll play that, please.
if you're watching the show. So when the Hulk was saying things like
Sorry. But yeah, so that's the trailer as it played. I actually noticed something earlier as we were watching this before. They released some pictures that we posted for the movie that were in Vanity Fair, and one of them is a picture of like a bunch of riffraffs and pirates and stuff. If you go to the far right side of the picture, there's like this red alien thing, and then right behind it, there's a black-looking stormtrooper, and it looks like the stormtrooper in the trailer. I don't know what that means, but I think it's cool.
The Chrome Trooper, I think you're talking about.
It's in black. It's not the chrome one. It's all
It's
black.
the Safari one or the Firefox Trooper?
It's not silver. The chrome one's silver, right? Because I
Pretty
saw
dark.
pictures.
I think it's the same one.
Oh, is it? Okay, so it could
Yeah.
be that one. I don't know. Look in the picture and let us know what you think. I'm curious. It's fun to watch the crowd reaction, though. I love.
So this is not the crowd reaction thing.
Yeah.
I had a thought as we were watching it because I think I've seen it so many times, but I almost wanted Yoda to be the narrator suddenly, just because it'd be funny.
That-
We're strong in family, it is.
Okay. What did
Go.
you think of the trailer, Johnny?
I loved it. I'm excited. I want to see. I'm cautiously excited. Just
Cautiously optimistic.
Yeah,
That's usually
exactly.
me. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
flat out ready for this movie. I wish it was coming up tomorrow.
I think my favorite moment is the first visual in there when you're watching the thing go across the desert. And my first thought was like, wow, that's a super zoomed out shot. And then I slowly realized what was in the back. Ah, that's
That's it.
why. Yes,
Yeah.
okay. I'll buy that.
That's for sale, actually.
Really?
Yeah,
How much?
It's on Craigslist or something, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's I don't know.
There's eBay.
Some,
I'd buy it for like
Anybody
Craigslist.
see? No, there was a Star Destroyer that
Yeah.
crashed into the planet Jakku, I think,
yeah,
and it was on Craigslist.
But the thing with Craigslist is it's free, but you have to transport it, and that's
yeah. Actually, they did say that. Yeah.
I
But,
was
you know, you
disappointed
just-
that they didn't show this
it's
trailer,
amazing.
by the way, before Ultron for us.
yeah. We
Did
didn't
you
get
get to
into
see it
Star Wars
before?
trailer.
Yeah,
It did show it for you guys?
yeah, and the Batman Superman one.
Yeah, there's the picture. You can leave that up, Tyler.
Hey, Moko.
That one. Now on the far right, right behind the red dude,
I
see the dark.
No.
Just go
That's a
walk up
shadow.
there. You can go look real fast. I just wanted to see if you'd do it. See that on the right.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that's chrome or not.
think it's Chrome.
Is it?
I
Okay.
think
Well, it's interesting that it made it.
There we go.
There you go. Now you can look.
It looks like
Yeah.
like a Fett. Looks like a Boba Fett
Yeah, kind of.
instead of a.
Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Could be that too.
I can
Who
play
knows?
those.
Yeah.
We have a song. Do 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 Mandalorian.
Not quite. Yeah. So it means Chrome Trooper likes to photobomb. Very possible. What was interesting that
That was a picture by Ann Leibovitz, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
all of them are. I thought it was interesting too. We don't have this up, but if you were to see the Star Wars Rebels trailer, it actually got way more response than this one did,
Mhm.
which kind of blows my mind. I mean,
It blew mine.
it's
Yeah.
good, but it's not the movie.
Yeah,
But it's I don't know.
It's gonna happen sooner, isn't it?
It's true, but if you saw the excitement in the room, like it was ridiculous.
because you'd expect everyone for Force Awakens to just immediately stand up and be applauding. There were some people, but I didn't
Yeah.
see a lot.
Do you
I mean, they're
suppose also
rebels,
though it
it
was the
was
momentum of the weekend that by Saturday there was more energy in the room as opposed to waiting up all night to see this panel?
I would say no, only because being in both, I really like the Force Awakens one, and I was really moved by having Han and Chewie, but
Mhm.
I got goosebumps for the Rebels trailer. So
It was a really strong trailer.
Yeah.
Like and this season of Rebels is going to be awesome. It was weird because we got to see the premiere on Saturday afternoon, and I found myself really getting excited and into the show just like I did the movies the first time I saw it. And I was like, this is a cartoon. You can't get excited about Star Wars cartoons. Like,
Yeah.
You can. Have you not heard of My Little Pony? People get excited about cartoons all the time. I'm just saying, in general, Star Wars and My Little Pony are very similar.
really?
Sure.
I want to see a blog on that next week.
Yeah, I'm good at writing those.
I really want to see the tweet comments on that.
Yeah, I do too, actually. Do you think Star Wars and My Little Pony are the same thing?
Yeah, totally. Twilight Sparkle and
I don't even know who that
Yeah.
is.
it's the main character. Come on, you know this.
Are you serious? I totally thought you made that up.
No, the main
Twilight
character is
Sparkle?
Twilight Sparkle. Yeah,
Why?
Huh?
Why?
it's just her name.
Sorry,
I have a weird naming
any
convention.
bronies out there. Or...
Yeah, you are disappointing a lot of our
So,
hardcore
what do you
fans.
think about the two main factions that are appearing in Star Wars: The Force Awakens? We have the Resistance, and we have is it the
First Order.
What do you think of that?
Is the Resistance resisting the First Order?
Probably.
I really want to see a movie where.
And
we're
we've confirmed
rooting
Adam
for
Driver is the villain.
Oh, okay.
One of those pictures did that. But go
Is he
ahead.
related to Mini Driver?
What do you want to see?
I want to see a Star Wars movie where you're kind of rooting for the Empire, or something like for whatever reason they're in whatever the position. I don't know, like just because you've never had a movie where
You
rooting
want to
for the
see
Empire.
a little bit more Marvel in your Star Wars.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
Thanos comes out and Rocket Raccoon, and like I want to see Guardians of the Galaxy and Star Wars. Like just put Rocket in the
Boba
background
Fett's
of a cantina.
hand.
Yeah.
Sarlacc pit.
Yeah, Star-Lord versus the Sarlacc. Can we not get that to happen? I mean, it's all under one roof.
It'll probably happen in Easter egg
Yeah.
somehow, like in the background.
Or at least like a fan movie or something.
Yeah, get on that. We can use paper cutouts and
Oh yeah, we'll go all out. We'll
We'll
bust
budget
out
those.
We'll bust out the good crayons and
I don't have those crayons anymore.
we'll get a new box. Put the sharpener in it.
Yeah,
See?
Haley could make real ones.
Yeah, we'll have a bedazzled Boba Fett.
Where is Haley?
Haley!
Probably doing something to her hair.
I want to see the tweet comments on that.
That's true.
It's
Hey.
100% true, but yes.
That's
Her hair is going to look amazing the next time she's on the show.
If it doesn't rain.
Yeah, if it doesn't rain.
Anyway,
What do you think of the name Captain Phasma for the Chrome Trooper, by the way? That's the name.
Sure.
Really?
I don't
sounds like
want
a
to say
character
what
from
I'm
Emperor's
thinking.
New Groove.
Yeah, that's
Okay. No thoughts whatsoever on if it's a good or bad
Oh
name.
no, I do.
Fire away. I want to hear
We
your...
just can't use that
Is that-
language on the show.
You got 2 minutes. Go.
Really?
Yeah. Well, let's
Is that-
stack it up against Yoda, Mace Windu.
Good. Keep talking.
and
There's weird.
Hey, we're back.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Here we are.
Yoda, Mace Windu. I think Yoda and Mace Windu at least are more unique.
you don't sound like you're a Disney production on the waterfront with
It sounds like a 50s
Yoda.
comic book.
yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Like, doesn't it?
Yeah. Or a judge on Dancing with the Stars.
It sounds like... Really?
Guest judge, not
No, guest, not a real one, just a guest one. Okay.
Yeah, double elimination tonight. So
Ooh.
I don't actually care, but my mom's gonna watch it.
My Little Pony and Dancing with the Stars.
I-
Okay.
Haley's not
We're
here.
Now,
hitting
is
all
Dancing with the
bases.
Stars also like Star Wars?
No,
Okay, just checking. Yeah.
come on.
Although
Um,
we did get a reaction on the My Little Pony Star Wars.
Oh, yeah. What's up?
Autumn says Rainbow Trooper and the Quest for Cupcake Sprinkles.
Yes.
Is that an actual episode?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like,
You
that
know
actually
that.
might make me interested.
Although they did do a Game of Thrones reference like 2
Meh.
episodes ago.
That's okay.
So they're clearly not making it for kids anymore. Anyway,
Wow. Okay. Well,
it's on my
Captain
DVR. I'm not like
Phasma.
watching it live.
Captain Phasma. We see it sounds like you couldn't spell plasma.
That is
Not a
from My
fan.
Little Pony. Then that's Twilight Sprinkle, Captain Phasma. That's
Maybe that's it. They're trying to reach a whole new demographic.
A whole new demographic.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's the word. So anyway, next week we will not be reporting yet on the new Knott's attraction, but we'll be covering that. So keep
We'll be
your eyes.
close.
Keep your eyes on our
Yeah.
YouTube and our website because we'll have information up on that. And the week after that will be the whole Disneyland 60 stuff that'll be everywhere as sparkles explode into the universe. It'll be like Star Wars at the end of the first one.
Or My
And,
Little Pony at the end of
Yeah.
every episode.
and the beginning and the middle and yeah.
Yeah, you get it.
I like the decorations for this one better than 50th, just personally.
Yeah, the
Like
gold
it's
got a
not
bit
as
much.
over the top.
Yeah.
Can we actually every time we say Disneyland 60 just go like this? 'Cause
Disneyland 60. Just saying.
30,000.
Forever?
Yep.
So it'll be like DuckTales? Thank you. All right, with that, we're
Nice.
running out of
Yes.
time. We will be back next week with or without Haley. Haley will be back next week, right?
with hair.
with hair, and we hope it went horribly wrong. Anyway, we look forward to having Haley back, and we will see you around the corner.
Geek out.